I decided to break it up in 4 parts because as an artist, as an independent artist, it's hard to mix, master, put all this money into a full project, and it slows you down. I kept pushing my project back. I said, I'm not about to do that. Let me just release 2 at a time, tell a story with each release, and then the final one is going to be all the songs together that tell a story.
Yo, that is so dope.
Yeah,
that
you.
is so dope. Yeah, man. Yo, welcome to Vibe with V. Welcome to Vibe with V,
Awesome.
where we talk about you, your career, all the things you have going on, and we just gonna vibe out.
I appreciate being here, man. The energy is good. I have to set the tone.
Thank
Got
you.
It sets the candles and everything.
Yeah,
So it's awesome.
yeah, yo, you can sing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
It's
you.
like in real life, and I know I told you that a few times,
No,
but
I appreciate it.
yo, it's real R&B.
Thank you. Thank you. I
We
know
don't
R&B
hear
is in a
that.
weird space right now.
It is.
So I appreciate that.
Yo, we appreciate you. Bring it back.
Thank you.
Bring it all the way
That's
back.
the goal. That's the goal, right?
Yeah, I know where you're from, but tell the people where you're from.
All right. So I am from Detroit, Michigan. I'm currently residing in Jersey City, and I've been here 5 years now as of October 10th or 5th. So
Wow.
it's been a full 5 years now, and I'm still adjusting, but I love Jersey City.
I was gonna say, how do you like it up here?
I love the East Coast because it's so fast paced. I get to meet people like you, a lot of creatives that like the digital. We don't have that in Detroit.
Really?
But my goal is to try to bring the culture here one day, hopefully, to Detroit as well.
Yeah. Like, how has growing up in Detroit? I mean, Detroit is obviously famous,
Yeah.
famous for music.
Yeah.
It is the mecca of music, as
Yeah.
you said. How has that inspired you and your music?
So Detroit, a lot of people don't know Detroit is the gospel capital too. So we got the Motown side, which that's all I grew up on.
Well, that's gospel too.
It is. So you know. And so I grew up in church singing, and that kind of helped me get over the idea of like, I got to do this talent that I feel like God gave me in front of people, and hopefully they receive it well. So that helped me with that. And Detroiters, I feel like everybody can sing. So a lot of times you don't realize where your talent lies until you go somewhere else. You're like, oh, okay, so people appreciate this type of music or singing.
Yeah. And it's sexy. Okay?
Thank you.
Like, very, very sexy.
Thank you.
Is that why you started this? I know it's for the mental health, but like,
I'm gonna have to call you out because you already got the roses and stuff. I had to match the vibe, the energy.
so tell us about the business and I love how you spell it.
Yes. So I have a aromatherapy company called Beyond Me, and I titled it Beyond Me using the affinity sign because honestly, when I think about mental health, and at a time where I experienced it for the first time in 2020, like most people, I didn't realize that anxiety was so hard to get over because I didn't relate to that. And so I did a bunch of research on Google. I'm on YouTube. I call it YouTube University, and I'm doing my research like, what is up with this anxiety, depression thing? How do you get over it? And I saw some holistic approaches, but the holistic approaches that they gave weren't really working for me. So I said, let me figure out something I can do that I know helps me get through this tough time. And that's how Beyond Me came about. And I believe that when it comes to mental health and just wellness, you have to go beyond the surface. Our lives, when
I
we're
love
walking
that.
around every day, waking up, is beyond just like, oh, I'm here. No, we have a bigger purpose.
Yeah.
And so I want these products and overall the lifestyle I'm trying to create to promote that.
Yeah, I love that. We're a lot deeper than what you actually see.
Absolutely.
And I love social media because it gives us all an outlet. But unfortunately, with social media, a lot of us feel like we can't show our real selves. We can't tap into, who we are, going deeper.
Yeah.
And then being an artist, like, it's hard putting yourself out there. It's hard doing this. So I celebrate you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Yo, I'm loving that turtleneck. You know what I'm gonna say? That's beautiful. What is that? Velvet?
It's velvet.
Yo, tell us about this EP that's coming out.
Yeah.
I've never heard of a 4-part EP.
Yes. Okay. So it's called Headroom, and as you know, I'm into mental health, so I like to tie in my real life and my interests into my music, but subtly, because preaching mental health and all that stuff can be a little much for the average consumer. And I decided to go with the concept of, in order to wear all these hats, so my artwork, I'm literally wearing a bunch of hats on my head. You have to have a lot of headspace or a certain amount of headspace or headroom to maneuver, whether it's relationships, family dynamics, business, all of this stuff. And I decided to break it up in 4 parts because as an artist, as an independent artist, it's hard to mix, master, put all this money into a full project, and it slows you down. I kept pushing my project back. I said, I'm not about to do that. Let me just release 2 at a time, tell a story with each release, and then the final one is going to be all the songs together that tell a story.
Yeah, that is so dope.
Yeah,
That
you.
is so dope. Yeah, man. Like, just the creative space in general. I think realizing that all parts of being a creative is really important, but also, like you said, the headroom, the headspace to really get it out there and do what you need to do.
Yeah.
When you say like the mental health and stuff like that, how difficult was it for you to come to terms that you were experiencing these things, and how long did it take you to like realize, yo, I gotta do something?
So I always make this joke about being like a self-aware king because I've always been really self-aware about how I'm feeling. I'm like, what's this feeling? What's going on over here? Like, what's this about? And immediately I knew I had anxiety, but I really knew when it was time to like go back into the real world. And the people that I'm used to hanging out with and collaborating with, I'm like having a harder time pushing myself to leave this building, the same building, my apartment that I wanted to get out of. Wow. And now I have the freedom to go, and my mind is not allowing me to go. And that's not my personality. I've always been really social. Always had a lot of great people around me. But I'm like, this is weird, you know?
Yeah, I experienced something similar. I have a 19-year-old, and I didn't know what it was 19 years ago, but I was afraid to go to the store. And again, like I'm a very social person, very outgoing, but like I would go into the store, I would have a basket full of stuff, and I would just freeze, and I would walk out with nothing. And she needed milk and diapers and everything, but like I would have panic attacks. And again, back then we didn't have the room to really express it. People didn't understand it. Not their fault, right?
Yeah, it's not
at all, but it feels so good to like see people embracing it. And this whole, like, the common thread with everyone I talked to today has been representation. And when we think of representation, we think about it as in race. We think about it as in your sexual orientation. But then, like, you just brought up something really great. Like, where's my representation when it comes to my mental health or my physical health or my emotions or my spirituality? And it's like, it's so big, representation, and everybody needs it. So, yo, thank you for that. Thank you so much for pushing it. What I know you have the 4-part EP coming out. I saw you performing. You are a star. What else is next for you? Like, what doors do you want to kick down?
So I would love next year for me to start the process of building my team centered around Beyond Me so that I can start having wellness centers. I want it to be so easily accessible, like if you go into Starbucks or a coffee shop or bodega, and it's like, yo, I need a quick release before work, or I just had a rough day, let me go in and get my thing and then leave out. Someone to help you meditate and using the products to do it. I also want to tour. I've been waiting to tour. I don't perform as much as I want to. But now that I feel like the music I catalog has grown, I want to be out there. I want to be in front of every stage. I don't care where it's at. I want to perform more.
Well, you'll do it. You'll do it all.
Thank you.
I really, truly believe that. When artists think of a tour, they think of like, oh, I'm going to go on this national tour. I got to be in different cities. You'll start right here.
That's
a tour
true.
can be venue to venue.
That's true.
And as long as you say it's a tour, then it's a tour. Put out a tour flyer, book 5 or 6 venues. Like up here, you know, and the Northeast, we're so close to everything. Your tour can be in New York, New Jersey, Delaware, and Philly, and you can carry your ass back home and it can be
like
good. So start. If you want to tour, start touring.
I'm gonna do that.
And don't think you have to go on a nationwide tour. You got to go somewhere far. Venue to venue is a tour.
I appreciate that. I'm
And
definitely
put it out
gonna do
and
that. Marcus, you hear that?
a tour. we about to go on tour,
Yeah,
y'all.
come on now. Look, I need more hands. It takes a village. That's one thing. This artistry stuff, like if I want to be really honest, can I be really honest with you right now?
100%.
On top of me just wanting to spread the awareness with my company, I need this right now because today I woke up just being like, do I want to try? Do I want to try? Because as artists, as people, we're always taught, keep trying, keep going forward. And sometimes you get hit, not side to side, up and down. You like, okay, I'm bruised though. There's nothing left. You know, but I'm here today. I'm glad I was able to speak to you, have good energy. The Digilog always has amazing vibes. And I just wanted to make sure that myself in 10 to 5, 20 plus years will be happy that I still pushed on. And today is the start of that.
Yeah, yo, I love that. I mean, it's good to ask yourself questions like, do I want to try today? Because, like I said, I went through something really, really similar. I talked about 19 years ago, but I can think about, a year ago.
Yeah.
I was just laying in the bed, and thank God for my husband, because he said, like, take the time that you need, but don't get stuck.
Yeah.
Which is something that I tell my kids, right? Like, take the time that you need. You can cry, you can kick, you can scream, as long as you don't get stuck there. And I told him, I was like, okay, fine. And he wouldn't leave me alone. I was like, you told me you was going to give me the time. He was like, and every day he said, just don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. So, thank you for coming. Thank you.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And everybody's trying. Everybody's trying, and it's okay to try.
It is.
I think the biggest thing is to be okay with failing. Be okay with failing and know that it's never a failure as long as you get better and you keep going.
I look at it like the Olympics. In order to get that gold medal, you got to scrape your knee, you got to fall. You may break something, but you got to keep going, because all of that is going to build you to, when it comes to that day, when you got to really perform, you are ready. We can't skip steps.
All these shit, that is really good. Because, like, you have to qualify for the Olympics. And if you qualify, you made it. So if you were to view every day, right, like the Olympics, like you get to get up and you get to, like, do it all over again and, like, try to make today better than it was yesterday.
And take your breaks.
I
believe in breaks. I believe in naps.
We should all take naps.
That should be a requirement.
It should.
Like twice a day, like 20 minutes each.
That's it. Power naps. The issue is, so I try to do a 20-minute power nap meditation.
Same. Ooh, okay.
Nope.
Oh.
I did not. It didn't
work.
last 20 minutes.
Oh, okay. You know what?
Nah, I do 5 to 10 minutes.
I lost a whole day.
Oh.
I lost a whole day from a 20-minute power nap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was asleep.
But that's good though. You needed that.
I did.
You woke up like, all right, I'm real good now.
My body was like, sleep, my child.
Yeah.
Man,
good.
thank you so much for
No, it was a
this.
pleasure. Thanks for
I
choosing.
really appreciate it. Again, I'm gonna just tell you, like, you really get singing real life,
thank you,
bringing
thank
that real R&B back.
Thank you.
Keep going. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Like,
Yes.
you're killing it.
This can't be the last interview. We gotta do more.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
for sure.
Because you're about to go on tour, so we got to talk about the tour. We got to talk about this 4-part EP.
Let's go.
Every time
go.
something
Yes.
drops, we're going to
Yes.
have a conversation
I will.
about it. And if you forget about me, I will troll you on social media. I promise you.
That's impossible.
I look forward to trolling artists, okay?
No,
because
never.
I want you guys to keep going.
No, I appreciate
I will celebrate you every step of the way because it's not hard.
Let me give you your flowers too, because what you're doing.
Oh, thank you. Give me a flower.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, I got
Well, no, seriously, what you doing, and actually the unit that you're in with your husband, and you're doing this together.
Yeah, thank
I know
you.
that's not always easy, and then you are actually giving a spotlight to people who really want it, who are trying, and feel like they're not being seen. So thank you, because it's artists like me that have moments like this that allow them to keep going. Seriously. So thank you. Keep doing what you're doing.
This nigga trying to make me cry. No,
I mean it. I really mean it.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Awesome.
Man. Thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna give you your flowers in real life.
And I got a
today.
candle for you too. So I want you to honest review. Let me know what you think. Give me the DM. I appreciate it.
Man, thank y'all so much for vibing with us. You're dope. Thanks for vibing with me. This concludes, really, all of my conversations today. Thank you. We're here from the Digilog Day 2023.
Yeah.
They over there laughing at me. And thank you to the live studio audience. Yo, give it up for yourselves. Give it up to the audience.
Thank you.
Man, thank you.
I know you think you're wasting your time with me, but come over here. All you do is overthink.